What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wes Reacts. We're back with another video for y'all today, man. We got Antonio Speeds, the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. Antonio Talks. We're on his other channel, but I know Antonio. I love his content. We're gonna probably already seen the clip, already seen the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about Chud The Builder. If you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe to your boy. Without further ado, let's see what Antonio got to say.
Social media for about 2 to 3 days, and I hopped back on last night. I went on Twitter and I'm seeing all of these old posts about Chud The Builder. He's in jail, he got shot, he got this, he got that. I'm like, whoa, we was just talking about him. It happened already. Like, I knew something like this was going to happen, but not this fast. So in today's video, we're gonna go through everything I missed, and you might even see some new things that you haven't, because I'm gonna try to give y'all all the details. So first and foremost, Chud The Builder is a IRL live streamer that goes around harassing and antagonizing black people. His whole thing is going up to a black person or black people, calling them the N-word with the hard ER, and if they react in any type of way but glazing him, he'll state that they are chimping out. He does this to promote and protect his freedom of speech, and also try to paint black people out as this violent, angry group of people. And literally through him doing this, he is proving otherwise. 99% of the interactions, they're not getting violent, they're not getting angry, they're just like, bro, what are you doing? And I just find this...
Yeah, man, the first time I seen Chud The Builder, I thought he was just a grifter. I didn't really think he was gonna build a fan base like how he did. I think it's kind of crazy in this world how you can build a freaking fan base off of grifting and being basically racist. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so crazy.
So funny, because let's say a black person does get mad at someone calling them the N-word. They're wrong for that? No. Words have started every single conflict throughout history. If you say something out of pocket to someone, however they react is on you. If Chud was to go up to, let's say, a biker gang, and he go up to them and hurl insults, call them this, call them that, call them out their name, he gonna get his ass beat. If you go up to a man and his wife, and you just start calling her out her name, calling her the B word, tell her to suck your this, suck your that, you gonna get your ass beat. But let me guess, because they not black, it's okay. People will understand that. But if you call a black person the N-word, they're just supposed to get over it. Like, what's up with y'all? Now, before we get into the news, everything, I want to show y'all a clip that disproves his theory that he's only going around calling people the N-word to protect his First Amendment right. Listen to what he say.
We're in America, bro. They want to threaten your life. You take theirs. You put them on the ground. Then you go live on Kick. You say, look at this dumb laying dead on the ground.
Holy shit, bro. Dude,
that's how you go. That's how you go viral. You'll get double the followers you got. I guess.
I don't think that's spreading a great message.
Yeah, I don't want to have to kill them, but if they threaten your life, dude, you do it. You gotta stand up for your own. What do you back down? You say, oh no.
They're just kind of promoting division in the world, though, right? Like, two wrongs don't make it right, you know?
No, because it teaches them. No, it goes back to not lying to them. It teaches them the truth that they have no power over you.
Who's them? He's throwing me off with that, but are we saying like black people are holding back white people? Because I don't think that's the case. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I don't think any race is holding back any race. Like, come on now.
As a man, simply because your skin's lighter than theirs.
And this is literally what a lot of them
so that
they're supposed to run shit. And I'm kind of gonna go on a rant here, but the whole ideology about white supremacy and racism is kind of a contradiction, because they claim to be so superior and they're better than everybody else. But if that was the case, why do they have to try to sabotage and hold resources back from black people? As we've seen throughout history, every time we was,
it's about power,
building our own communities, building our own towns, having our own businesses and thriving, they seen that as a threat. It was like, hold on, what y'all doing over there? You know what I'm saying? That y'all might surpass us. That's really what white supremacy is about. It's not about them knowing that they're superior. They know intuitively that if we're on equal playing terms, things really don't look too good for them. Like, I just seen a post, Asians and whites feeling discriminated because black people are getting into more Ivy League colleges. It's crazy, bro. I don't know what the problem is with us, bro. I don't know what we did to anybody. But like I say, man, things are
Asians, they tend to kiss up to. They're raised. Okay, let me say this in a nice way. They're raised to be that way. If y'all don't know anything about Asian culture, just Google it. Just Google it, man. I'm not gonna get too much into it. Antonio might get into it, and I'll get into it then. But just Google Asian culture, and then we don't even need to speak about the white culture.
They're kind of getting on an equal playing term, and that white mediocrity is dying down. So not a lot of them want to come out screaming DEI. Y'all seen how Charlie Kirk was? This was a man that dropped out of community college, talking about black women with degrees, you know, high places in the work field, and he calling them DEI hires. Whole time this nigga was a community college dropout.
The man we know as Chud the Builder was involved in a shooting outside of the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. That's not too far away from Nashville, but you probably recognize the name because you've seen this guy traveling around Nashville or other parts of Tennessee using the N-word, you know, to create viral moments for clicks and likes, all that type of stuff. Some sort of argument or whatever happened right outside the courthouse, and Chud, otherwise known as Dalton Etherly, opened fire. From what we understand is that he shot this other person and he may have grazed himself in the process. Both people at this point,
dumbass, how the hell you shoot yourself too? Let me let the brother finish.
Are in stable condition. I believe the other person was life flighted to one of the hospitals nearby. And so it's a serious situation. This is the same person who was walking around saying all sorts of racially charged comments to people while carrying a firearm. And so many of you sent me videos of this guy doing all of this stuff, asking, okay, so what are my rights in this type of situation? Well, I had to reach out to one of the attorneys here, David Rabin, who told me, okay, well, you need to look closer into disorderly conduct. And I think most of us probably think of disorderly conduct as someone just walking around Broadway drunk, shouting things or whatever. But what he explained is that disorderly conduct, you know, actually applies to a number of different things. Let me just read one real quick. Any person who shall disturb the peace of others by conduct or fighting words calculated to provoke violence or violation of law. In other words,
literally, sorry to interrupt him again, but self-defense, first off, it varies per state. Also, it's not as simple as just, oh, my life is being threatened. In some cases, if someone breaks into your home,
well, when it comes to like self-defense and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you can't just punch somebody and then just, if someone punches you, you can't shoot them, blast them. I think that's wrong. I think that's aggravated manslaughter. You gotta meet force with force. I don't think you can meet a punch by a gunshot just because you're getting your butt whooped. Now, if someone's stomping you out, then yes, but
you can't shoot him. Like, self-defense is tricky as hell. So the fact that he's going out in public and he's saying something, a word with a lot of history that was once used to demean black people, right? And then when they react, he show his gun. You're clearly trying to catch a free body. So seeing everything, broadcasting it online, I'm glad he didn't kill the man. But if he would have killed him, that would have been a murder charge, bro.
if this person is saying things to get a reaction out of you, knowing that it could put you in harm's way, well, then that would apply for disorderly conduct. And you know, disorderly conduct is just the tip of the iceberg. The other person involved in all of this was seriously hurt. One of these people made it abundantly clear on their Twitter that their intention was to harm a person.
Series finale is Dead Chimp on the Pavement and You Monkeys Riding When I Walk Free. Stay tuned.
Color. They could look at this man's past videos and notice a pattern of escalating tension to the point where this felt like it was bound to happen one way or another. When people don't walk away, he calls the cops. So what I'm suggesting is you call the cops. Put them on the spot. Like, say, hey, let me explain to you what happened. Let the cops handle that. The cops at this point know this person's name. They understand what his game is. Like, they know what he's up to. I just don't think that enough people understood that they had rights too. If this person or any person is saying these things to try and get a reaction out of you, to force you into doing something where you could end up putting your life in danger, don't even chance it.
So this right here is a photo of the brother that was shot. Big shout out to him too, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he stood on business. But I understand, man, you don't know what people deal with. You don't know what people go through. This is why you be nice to people. Chud the Builder maybe called this man the N-word. He already having a bad day. You feel me? Maybe lost his job, dealing with depression. It's a cold world. And I also learned that he was a Army veteran. So this is a man that fought in the military, maybe dealing with PTSD, a real patriot. So after this, he went to jail, and this is the bond hearing. And I find it funny that he has to face another black man too, by the way, right? Like, this just icing on the cake. But let's see what the judge charged him with or set his bond at.
I'm going to set just a bond right now after we have our bail hearing. Then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at $1.25 million.
Damn.
1.25 million. Don't you have to only hit like 10% of that though? Yee. I don't think he's gonna be able to raise that much, because he needs it by like 1.25 million on bond. Look, he even closed his eyes because he knows he can't hit that. Actually, with his following, I really do think he could possibly hit it if he started a GoFundMe.
1.25 million.
Hey, that nigga hit the Charlie Kirk. That nigga hit the dog meme. The nigga know he cooked.
1.25 million.
Oh, 1.25 million is
people
just...
in the courtyard.
Hey, look at the black man. Hey, bro. He telling him what to do now. So we have a tweet right here that I've been seeing a lot. Chud's bill is 1.2 million for shooting a black man who...
Okay, Chud's bail is 1.25 million for shooting a black man who attacked him. The black man is still alive. Carmelo Anthony's bail was $250,000 for stabbing Austin Metcalf unprovoked. Austin is dead and buried. Right? Whoa. Black privilege is one of the biggest problems in the USA. Wow. I want to see what Antonio gets to say about that.
Attacked him. The black man is still alive. Carmelo Anthony's bail is $250,000 for stabbing Austin Metcalf unprovoked. Austin is dead and buried. Black privilege is one of the biggest problems in America. Oh my God. This is what race baiting looks like. For one, you got to understand, Carmelo is a 17-year-old boy with no past criminal, activity. He comes from a great two-parent household, and he's talking about unprovoked. I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? That whole situation, I'm gonna make a video on that. Shout out to Carmelo, by the way. Free Brody. But versus Chud the Builder, who is someone who just got arrested, a few weeks ago for dying and dashing out of a bar. That's strike one. You just got, released from jail, and you already out again doing some bullshit. Also, he has drug charges. He's 27 years old. And you can just look at his social...
Well, yeah, I would agree that Carmelo's 17 with no criminal past history, and Chud the Builder, he's 27, 29, and he just got out on bail for dining and dashing, so he has a criminal history, so his bail is going to be higher.
Media and see that the things he's doing, he's causing problems. He's wasting resources because the police have to keep coming, out to deal with him. So this is why his bail was higher.
So we just got a hold of an arrest warrant for Dalton Etherly that reveals new details, including the name of the man that he got into an altercation with and is alleged to have shot. That he's facing this very serious charge of attempted murder. That other man has been identified by Montgomery County officials as Joshua Fox. We also got a narrative here within the affidavit. They gave a lot more details into what happened outside of that Montgomery County courthouse on Wednesday. Officers noted that they watched surveillance video, and in that video, they saw that this started out as a verbal fight, that Etherly turned toward Fox and then reached for his firearm, and then a physical fight ensued. Etherly, according to this affidavit, then shot Fox multiple times. Fox was then airlifted over to Vanderbilt Hospital, where he underwent emergency surgery. Now, Etherly live streamed himself the interaction. It's caught on audio. The interaction that he had with first responders shortly after he's alleged to have shot Fox.
He said,
He tried to plead that he got attacked. He was getting attacked. That's kind of crazy.
Start saying all that me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
Lying.
He's still wailing on me.
Now, in that live stream, Etherly says that he didn't start shooting until Fox started to beat up on him. But it's important to note that in the actual narrative of the affidavit, officers note that in the surveillance video that they witnessed, this never turned physical until Etherly pulled out his gun. Of course, we've reached out to his attorney for comment. But again, this is a live streamer who's made a name out of himself out of essentially rage baiting, of saying vile content, of going up to people, especially minorities and black people, calling them the N-word, calling them chimps. So there's been a major backlash from the community about this individual for a long time before this happened.
Now check this out, y'all. This man has a GoFundMe. And if you see at the top right, he has raised $239,000. Yeah.
Whoa, your eyes. Let me stop. 239? Where do you see 239? I see 243. He's raised, wow, on his GoFundMe, he's raised 243,000. That's just how evil the world is, man. Sometimes, hey,
You see at the top right, he has raised $239,000. Yeah.
Where'd
This is
39
America
come
in
from?
2026. We're going to go through all of the donations, but how many of these are people walking amongst us? This is hilarious. This
definitely.
nigga said, Christ is king. What type of God do they be worshiping, bro? Like, real spill. This is why I can't be associated with anything that they believe in. I'm sorry. The First Amendment is for a reason. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out. Freedom of speech does not allow you to be a bigot. I'm sorry, bro. Dalton, we are all praying for you.
I agree with
that. You
that.
will get through this, brother. You can overcome anything because you have the Holy Spirit in your heart. What the fuck is y'all niggas on? The Holy Spirit. So the Holy Spirit walks around antagonizing black people. White solidarity against anti-white hatreds. Defend our communities, our culture, our children from indoctrination and demographic replacement. Other groups do it without shame. We shouldn't have to pretend ourselves. No more special treatment for violent blacks. Chud acted in stealth. These people are delusional. And just the amount of praying comments, y'all. Like, what type of God do these people believe in where, like, man, but like I said, bro, Christianity is not for black folks. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all this shit. Yeah, bro. This is America in 2026. We see time and time again how these people truly feel. They may smile in our face in real life and do all of this, but behind closed doors, this is how a lot of them feel. And as far as the N-word, y'all, I don't care how anybody feels about it. It's disrespectful. Yeah, black people, we changed the meaning around. We call each other nigga, but that's different. The reason I feel the way I feel about it is because my ancestors that had to hear that word on a daily basis had to take it. They couldn't say nothing back. If they said something back, they would get beat, maybe killed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just had to take it.
Yeah, no, Antonio, I completely understand where you're coming from. I think the Chud the Builder situation, I think he's gonna probably get out on bail, but if they're saying the fight didn't ensue until after he pulled the gun out, I think it's gonna be hard for him to beat that case. Because, like I said, if someone punches you, you can't instantly pull a gun out, kill them, basically almost kill the man. I think you have to meet violence with violence, like at the same, like if someone punches you, you have to punch them back, unless they just really beat you up, like they're stomping you out, like it's last resort. I think that's when you can match it, but who knows? We'll keep up with the story. If you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe to your boy Wes Reacts, man. It's been good.